trust that you'll inform me as soon as the staff is recovered.
What kind of fool plays with fire like that? What do you need?
I trust that you'll inform me as soon as the staff is recovered.
Be careful.
I don't want to see you treating hundreds of years.
Excellent. I'll start translating it. Shouldn't take me more than a day or two.
I only just got my hands on it. I can only work so quickly. Until next time. Yes?
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire. Guard might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapons drawn.
I'm sorry to drag you into Markarth's problems, but after that attack in the market, I'm running out of time. You're an outsider. You want answers? Well, so do I. So does everyone in the city. A man goes crazy in the market. Everyone knows he's a forsworn agent. Guards do nothing. Nothing but clean up the mess. This has been going on for years, and all I've been able to find is murder and blood. I need help. Please. You find out why that woman was attacked, who's behind Wayland and the Forsworn, and I'll pay you for any information you bring me. She's not from Markarth. The air about her screamed outsider. Visitors to the city usually stay at the Silver Blood Inn. He was one of the smelter workers. I used to have a job down there myself, casting silver ingots. I never knew much about Waylon except he lives in the Warrens, like all the other workers. They're remnants of the old rulers of Markarth, natives of the Reach, followers of the old ways. The Nords drove them out of the city, Ulfric Stormcloak and his men. That was about 20 years ago. But somehow they're still here, and they're killing people. Yes, it all started when I was a boy. My father owned one of the mines, rare for anyone who isn't a Nord. He was killed. Guards said it was just a madman, but everyone knew the murderer was a member of the Forsworn. I've been trying to find out why ever since. Gotten nowhere so far. And then I got married. Have a child of my own on the way. I swore I was going to just give up for my child's sake, but it's like my father's ghost is haunting me, asking me why. Keep your eyes and ears open.
Careful with that fire.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
I
Yes?
need something. Out with it.
Oh, did you need
My
something?
daughter Adara is going to be a fine... My family came here centuries ago. We made a good living smithing the silver that flows through the city. But you probably wanted to know about the fancy carvings and stonework, didn't you? Travelers always do. Here. I have a delivery I need to make to Calcimo. Why don't you take it to him? He knows the history of Markarth better than anyone. Thank you. He can be a bit difficult. Please, I don't want to talk about it. All that blood. If you want answers, ask at the inn. She told me she was staying there. Please, I don't want to talk about it. All that blood. Hey,
I'm
stop by
just
my
here to
stall
clean
in the
up.
market sometime.
Drinks here are watered down, but we've lost a lot of good people to that damn crusade. Drive out the Nords, they say. Well, the Nord ain't driven out. The Forsworn? That's right, I'll say it. We all knew. Even that fat-headed slave-driving mullish knew. Just ask him about it. Need something? Yes?
Yes?
What do you want, Lizard?
Need something? Yeah?
What do you want, Lizard?
There's no shipments coming in, so I do nothing.
Unlike my husband Clever, I watch after. Yes. Rented the nicest room we had for a whole month. Best we all forget about her. Bad luck to talk about the dead in Markarth.
Same old dwarven stones gathering the same old...
Of course, but I can't just hand that over. Privacy, after all.
Let's not talk about this.
Well, you seem like the honest sort. Here you are.
I'm what you... Can't be too careful, I remember her. Her stance. The way she walked. A trained warrior, no doubt. She had a room here. Might talk to the innkeeper about it. That's a fair price. My blade is yours. Divine smile on you, friend. Sure, what have you got? You lead. I'll follow.
You're not afraid you'll set fire to something?
Make it quick. Runs our jewelry stall in the market.
It's so good to see you again.
I work silver, like my father. Yes, yes. Let's keep our voices down, all right? Just make sure this gets there.
I'm just here to clean up.
This is the Silver Blood Inn. Degane the beggar got himself kicked out of the Temple of Dibella. Caused quite the ruckus.
Yeah?
Remember,
Yes?
ale is cheaper than blood in
I-
Markarth.
What do you need?
You come right to me if you find an unwashed floor or a lumpy bed.
You a fighting man? I'm drunk, and it's been a while since I had a good fight. 100 septims says I can take you. Barehanded. That's the spirit. Let's go.
Yes?
Get him!
Somebody help!
Someone do something!
Keep those hands up!
Watch what you're doing!
Tell him.
Fight! Don't let him fight!
Drive that snow
Please,
back to the ground.
someone do something!
Come on!
Get him!
This should be good.
Drive that snow Come on!
Come on, he's not so tough. Come on, he's not so tough.
Give up while you still can.
Fight back!
Come on, he's not so tough.
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on!
Come on, he's not so tough. Get him!
12 septims on the big one.
Don't let him get away with this.
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on! Drive that snow back to the ground.
Not so tough.
Come on! Drive that snow back to the ground.
Don't let
Come
him
on!
get away with this.
Drive that snow back to the ground.
Don't let him get away with this.
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on!
Come on, he's not so tough.
You're just going to stand there and take it. Fight
Come
back!
on, he's not so tough.
You're just going to stand there and take it.
Don't
Fight
let him get
back!
away with this.
You're nothing!
Drive that
Get
snow
him!
back to the ground. Come on!
That's your best, huh?
Get him!
Fight back!
Come on, he's not so tough.
Come on!
It's nothing!
Come on, he's not so tough.
Stand there and take it. Fight
Something I
back!
said?
Drive that
Don't let
snow
him
back
get away
to the
with
ground.
this.
Come on!
Get him!
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on!
Don't let him get away with this.
Take it. Fight back!
No!
Don't let him get away with this. Get him!
God,
Just going to
no!
stand there and take it. Fight back!
Get him!
Who taught you to fight? Keep those hands up!
Get him!
Damn
Don't let him
you!
get away with this.
Who taught you to fight? Keep those hands up!
Don't let him get away with this.
You're just going to stand there and take it. Fight back!
Those fools are actually...
fighting.
Wait!
Come on, he's
I can still fight!
Who taught you to fight?
No.
Keep those hands
No, I
up!
can't. Fair fight. Here you are.
Have a fast... Make it... Need something?
Don't. My father is more generous than he lets on. Gives me plenty of spending money.
Yes?
Need something?
This is the Silver Blood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself. Remember, ale is cheaper than markup.
You. I've seen you snooping around, asking questions. Back off. You don't want to know what happens to troublemakers here. We'll see. This is your last warning, outsider. We keep the peace here. Stay out of our business.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
What are you doing here? I told the Imperial agent. That's right, I knew. How many dogs is the Empire going to send after me? This is my business. My city. You Empire lovers should learn to stay out of it. Now get out! I'm... What? By the gods, veterans! This should be someone there. Now you're mine. My wife. They killed her. Damn Madanach. Damn his forsworn backside. No, you're not. You want to know what the Forsworn really are? They're my puppets. I have their king rotting in Sidna Mine. He was supposed to keep them under control. Madanach, the king in rags. While we were off fighting the elves in the Great War, Madanach was busy ruling over the Reach, until Ulfric came and put them down. My prison, the source of half the silver in Skyrim, the most secure prison in Tamriel. No one escapes. I thought keeping Madanach down there would keep him under control. When their uprising was crushed, I had Madanach brought to me. He was a wild animal, but a useful one. I offered him a stay from execution if he used his influence to deal with any annoyances that came up. Competitors, agents, idiots. So I've let him run his little forsworn rebellion from inside Sidna Mine. Now he's out of control. You already got what you wanted, you damn hound. This is your fault. You and Madanach are animals, and I'll see you both rot to death in Sidna Mine for this. Now get out of my house!
The Treasury House. I'm sorry. I'm afraid he's asked not to be disturbed. He has important business. Oh, I'm sorry to keep you. Head right in. It's an old family, very well respected throughout the Reach. The Silverbloods run nearly all the lands in this hold, as well as the local inn. And of course they own Sidna Mine, the finest prison and source of silver in Skyrim. You want Thonar Silverblood. He handles all the family business. If you're here to talk politics, though, you'd want his brother, Thongvor. He spends most of his time in Understone Keep. For one, the landowners of the Reach. It goes without saying that they rely heavily on us for our silver and support. All the miners, farmers, and laborers in the Reach get their daily wages through us. Nepos the Nose handles that part of our business. He has a way with the workers. I have records I need to tend to.
Don't suppose you'd want... Oh, yes. I know everyone who sleeps in the Warrens. Kind of the one who passes the keys around. I guess someone else will be taking his room now. Sorry, but you don't exactly belong here. Trust is hard to come by here. But all right. It's where you go when you can't afford a room anywhere else. About the time they opened the mines, someone got the idea to throw beds in here. Laborers, the sick, the lame, we're all here. That's right. Welcome to Markarth, traveler. Thank the Divines you can choose to live somewhere else. All right, then.
You've been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson. Let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
I'm on your side. Fight! 12 seconds on the big one.
No!
Yeah! Keep those hands up!
Lucky hit!
Like that!
Enough! This ends now!
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on! Snow back to the ground. Come on! Fight back! Fight! Keep those hands up! Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on!
That's all you got. Do your worst.
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on!
Watch it!
You mangy piece of pit bait.
Fight back!
I was sent by Nepos the Nose. The old man hands out the orders. He told me to make sure you didn't get in the way. That's all I know, I swear.
Guard might get nervous. A man approaches with a weapon.
Disrespecting no one, you disrespect me.
Excuse me. What's your business here? We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send him in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.
Don't set anything on fire, all right? Be careful!
I'm sorry about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now, what is it you want? Ah, yes. You've proven to be a real bloodhound. Well, you've sniffed me out. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years, sending the young to their deaths, all in the name of the Forsworn. And I'm tired. So tired. Because my king told me to. Madanach. When the uprising fell at the hands of the Nords, they threw him in the mines. I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages, and I hand out his orders without question. He is the king in rags, a man who once held all the Reach within his grip. He stokes the passions of the downtrodden in this city, directs them to kill the enemies of the Forsworn in our name. All from inside Sidna Mine, a Nord prison. The irony is quite thick. My dear boy, what makes you think you're getting out of here alive? You were seen coming in. The girl at the door is a Forsworn agent masquerading as a maid. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. You won't be the last. Markarth and the Reach are our lands. That is why we are the Forsworn. We cannot claim the home that is rightly ours. But then, during their war with the Elves, we had our moment. We drove the Nords out of the Reach in a great uprising. Then Ulfric and his men came. Those of us who didn't run were executed, except for myself, my king, and a handful of others. I'm sorry, but you're not leaving alive.
Plan on burning everything down, do you?
We warned you, but you just had to go and cause trouble. Now you have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work. Same thing we do with all the other natives who want to change things around here. We had a nice little deal going between Thonar and Madanak, until you and Elcher started snooping around. Well, you wanted to find the man responsible for those killings. You'll have plenty of time with the King in Rags when you're in Sidna Mine. You'll never leave Markarth.
Something.
This should be good. Yes. All right. Fight.
Mercy!
No more. I yield. I yield.
I cannot let you!
No more. I yield. I yield.
Give up while you still can.
I'm going down.
Victory is yours. I submit. I cannot best you. Nothing. Victory's yours. I submit.
What a waste.
Do your worst.
You just had to go and cause trouble. Now you have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work. We have nice arrangement in this city, and we're not letting you get away. You have a problem with that? Take it up with Martinak. I'm sure the King in Rags and his Forsworn would love to meet you. Now you're coming with us. It's a life sentence in Sidna Mine for you. You'll never see the sun again. You hear me? No one escapes Sidna Mine. No one.
All right, prisoner. Eyes front. You're in Sidna Mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep. There's no resting your hide in a cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it? You'll pay off your debt to the Reach. Just work, and you'll earn your freedom. All right, open her up. Now you, get down there.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken.
Need some... You have someone already, friend.
The new meat. So soft, tender. What was it like killing your first one, huh? Liar. Murder, banditry, assault, theft, and lollygagging. Guards brought me in about 12 years ago. Was running a good group of bandits up until then. But these Forsworn, they're nothing like the men I cobbled together. They're real killers. All right, then.
Don't reach for a shiv around me or we'll both regret it.
May your next fight bring you victory. You serve your time. Murder, banditry, assault, theft, and lollygagging.
What are you in for, New Blood? Violent one, huh? Best keep that to yourself, New Blood. Others find out, they'll consider that a challenge. My advice? Serve your time at the pickaxe and get out. You don't want to end up getting a shiv in the guts over a bottle of skooma. If you're asking, that means you're the new lifer. Tough luck, friend. Those guards sold you out, but good. No one talks to Madanak, I'm afraid. Not without getting past Borkle the Beast. And you don't want to talk to Borkle the Beast. Madanak's guard. Big, even for an orc. Heard he ripped a man's arm off and beat him to death with it. He's old-fashioned like that. Small blade, easy to hide. I mean, sure, you could just swing a pickaxe into someone's face, but people tend to see that coming. Got a problem with a prisoner? Get a shiv. Here Grisvar has a spare, if you could get him to part with it. I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken. They come in here once a week to clean out the bodies, grab any ore we've mined, and beat down the troublemakers. That's the only time when we get food, too. And if there's not enough ore mined up, we don't get any. Bottles of moon sugar. Khajiit use it as a pick-me-up. A good way to pass the time. Prisoners smuggle the stuff in. Only currency we have down here. A Nord nobleman I served was stabbed in the night. Wasn't me, but I knew I'd be blamed. So I ran, joined the Forsworn, started killing, got caught. Now I'm here. Because life was better under the old ways. No Nords and their laws. One day the Forsworn will paint the walls of Markarth in their blood. Until next time.
Jarl decided I was too... Ah, you want protection? I can get you what you need. Maybe you could do something for me first. Duok has a bottle of skooma, finest distilled moon sugar. I'm shaking just thinking about it. Thank you, friend. Don't worry. I'll have that shiv ready for you. The first time, thieving. The second time, thieving. The third time, thieving. It kind of keeps going like that. First it was 6 months, then a year, then 2 years. Now I'm in for life. All right then. Don't even think about it.
I was sent here because guards say I murdered someone. I was just sleeping off some meat in my aunt's house. That didn't stop them from arresting me. I don't even know who they said I killed. Couple of years. I wasn't forsworn when I came, but I joined up when I got in. Easier that way. Farewell.
I got locked up one too many times. Here's your shiv. Promise you won't ever use it on me, okay? Until next time.
You and me, I don't want to talk about it. Long enough. All right, then.
Ours is to smile at your passing, friend.
All right, then.
Good to see you again. I'm a Forsworn. One of our raids went bad and I got captured. Would have been fine dying for the Reach with my kinsmen, but the Silver Bloods want their ore mine, so they threw me in here. Year 7, I think. Surprised I haven't cut my own throat out by now, but something keeps me going. Until next time.
Prison's not so bad. You want to talk to the king in rags? Fine. But first you gotta pay the toll. How about you get me a shiv? Not that I need one, but it's nice to have one in case I need to do some shaving. All right, head on in. But don't try anything in there. Madanak is smarter than you think. All right, then.
Well, well, look at you. The Nords have turned you into an animal. A wild beast caged up and left to go mad. So, my fellow beast, what do you want? Answers about the Forsworn? Revenge for trying to have you killed? Your freedom? Yes. But even if you were to escape Sidna Mine, your name would still be stained with all that blood. You're one of us now, you see? A slave. The boot of the Nord stepping on your throat. Maybe if you understood that, I could help you. There's a man named Breg inside these mines. Besides me, he's been here the longest. Tell him I sent you. Ask him why he's here. I want you to know how widespread the injustice of Markarth is. I had Markarth. My men and I drove the Nords out. We had won. So we thought. Retribution was swift. I was captured, quickly tried, and sentenced to death. But my execution never came. Dhonar's Silverblood stopped it. He wanted the Forsworn at his call, that I would point their rage at his enemies and spare his allies. And I have. Humiliating at first, but I knew he would let his guard down eventually, that he would come to trust I was under control. This was our land. We were here first. Then the Nords came and put chains on us, forbid us from worshipping our gods. Some of us refused to bow. We knew the old ways would lead us back to having a kingdom of our own. That is who we are, the Forsworn, criminals in our own lands, and we will cut a bloody hole into the Reach until we are free. Our vengeance will come.
I left behind my daughter, Huale, when I was taken.
Other prisoners get suspicious when we talk to each other, so keep it down.
Don't reach for a shiv around. My story, huh? Everyone in Sidna Mine has a tale. Let's hear yours first. When was the first time you felt chains around your wrists? so you know what it's like to have your life in someone else's hands. Why should they get to decide? Isn't judgment for the gods? Do you have any family? Anyone waiting for you on the outside? I had a daughter once. She'd be 23 this year. Married to some hot-headed silver worker, or maybe on her own, learning the herb trade. The Nords didn't care who was and who wasn't involved in the Forsworn uprising. I had spoken to Madanak once. That was enough. But my little Aethra didn't want to see her papa leave her. She pleaded to the Jarl to take her instead. And after they made me watch as her head rolled off the block, they threw me in here anyway to dig up their silver. My daughter is the one who needs your pity. I'm just a poor Forsworn whose only regret is not killing more Nords before I was locked up. I'm not Monadnack. I was never a leader of the Forsworn. The only anger I can justify is my own. But every family in the Reach has a story like mine. There are no innocent onlookers in this struggle, just the guilty and the dead. All right, then. What do you want? I'm digging to do.
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem. Threw me in here with the Forsworn. Until next time.
You have questions?
You serve your time by digging, so dig.
Do you remember this? Yeah, imagine hearing a story like that over and over. Each time a different family, each time a different injustice. Your meddling above ground reminded me of how removed I've been from the struggle. My men and I should be in the hills, fighting. Yes, but I need a show of loyalty from you. I don't need a shiv in the back while we break out. Have you met Grisvar the Unlucky? He's rightly named, and he's also a thief and a snitch. He's outlived his minor usefulness. Take care of him, and then we can leave Sidna Mine for good. Ah, Bork will muscle one out of you on your way in? Fine. Take this one. Remember, it was the Nords who locked you up.
Prison's not so bad. Let's go. once when I killed people. What? Guards brought me in about 12 years ago. Was running a good group of bandits up until then.
I left behind my daughter.
What do you think you're doing?
Come on!
Never should have come. I knew it.
Really? That's your best?
Until next time.
Spare me, please. My money's on the Don't big... kill me. Spare me, please.
What?
You're a slave. You've finally become one of us. Come with me. I think it's time I announced my plans to you and your new brothers. What the?
What's going on, Madanach? You wouldn't have old Grisvar killed unless you weren't planning on needing him.
My brothers, we have been here long enough. It's time to leave Sidna Mine and continue our fight against the Nords. Through this gate, just beside my quarters, is a tunnel. A tunnel that leads right through the old dwarven ruins of Markarth, into the city. Well, what do you say, my brothers?
The Reach belongs to the
Forsworn! I say you've earned an early pardon. Let's go. It's a little gift from the dwarves. Who knew they would end up helping our cause? We have to move. We'll talk more once we see the sky.
Someone there.
nothing.
Huh?
What was that?
Come on! Over here!
That's all you've got?
Well, run on.
What's the hurry?
Oh!